Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name's Eric, and I make apps. You know, sometimes I still have the employee 9-to-5 mentality. Okay, so I've been in the office all day today. I got in early, I didn't go to the gym, I worked through lunch, it was the afternoon, and I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna go do something else because I don't have a whole lot to do. I'm waiting for some information to come back on some quotes. There are a few things of my own that I could code on, but I just wasn't feeling it. I was feeling a bit tired, and I thought, you know what, I should just take off for the rest of the day. And part of me, when I do that, and I do it sometimes, I mean, there was one time I went to the movies on a Tuesday afternoon, just like in the middle of the day, and I felt so guilty about it. So when I leave the office in the middle of the day, part of me still feels a little bit of guilt. Like, even though I haven't been an employee for a long time, the employee mentality is still very much a part of me. Like, it's hard to get rid of. Lots of times, I will come into the office really early. Sometimes I'll just wake up in the middle of the night for whatever reason. Well, because I'm over 40 and I have to go to the bathroom probably. But then my mind starts thinking about a project. It could be excitement or dread or worry or like enthusiasm, but I just lay in bed and can't get back to sleep. So eventually I'll lay there for about half an hour and think, I'm not falling back to sleep, and I'll get up and I'll go into the office and I'll work, right? And when I tell people that, a lot of times they think that's crazy, and it is crazy. I mean, it's not like a normal thing normal people do. And I don't mind that so much because it's kind of like a tough macho guy. But if I kick off like on a Wednesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, part of me feels like, yeah, I'm not living up to it, right? The same thing for weekends. One of my favorite things to do is to go into the office on a Sunday, right? Because then it's my time. I can work on whatever project I want to work on. I can start coding a game. I can start doing something else. And, you know, but then there's that part of me that feels a little bit guilty. Like, normal people don't go into work on a Sunday. Normal people go to work on a Tuesday, right? And it's this normal people thing that sticks with you. I was trying to think of what it was like, and I think it's probably a little bit like when people have sexual hang-ups based on religion, even though they're not religious, but the hang-ups are still there. You know, it's kind of like that. You've left the employee environment, and part of you still thinks it's not right for somebody to get up at 4 o'clock and go into work. Which, again, that's one of the macho things, but it's not right to be in the office at 10 o'clock. Well, it is if you went in at 6 p.m., right? A lot of times, you know, one of the things that I guess I kind of miss about being an employee was that if I was overworked, if I had too much work to do, that was my boss's fault. Like, it was up to him to sort that out, to limit my workload, otherwise I'd quit. And if I had too little work, that was also his fault. He had to make sure I was working the right pace all the time. And when you're working for yourself, sometimes you have too much to do, right? There's no one else to give the work to. You have to be the one to do it, to sit down and actually get it done. And there's other times where you don't have a whole lot to do. Like when business is slow, that's where you have to start drumming up new business, actually. I can remember being an employee and my boss begging me to stay later to work because something was really urgent. In fact, if you're a software developer, you probably get this from time to time. Like, there's something urgent, has to get done. And sometimes you'll have a boss that just asks that too often. Like, more often than not, they need you to stay. And if you're the person who always delivers and gets things done, you're the person they turn to, and eventually you get fed up and you leave and you quit. But as much as I hated my manager or my boss or whoever begging me to stay a little bit later or pull an all-nighter, as much as I hated being asked, part of me felt bad for them. They had to beg me to stay. Like, please stay. We have this deadline. We have to get this done. You're the only person who could do it. I know you haven't done anything all week. I know you've been waiting on such and such, but we really need you to please stay. Please, 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 please. I always felt kind of bad. It was always kind of sad. And now when you work for yourself, you're the guy doing the begging, and a lot of the times you're the one doing the staying, right? It's, you know, You know, it's not that I want to stay late tonight, it's I have to stay late tonight. There's nobody to turn to. There's nobody to turn to. But conversely, I need to get used to the fact that kick off on a Tuesday afternoon, go see a movie in the middle of the week, that's success to me, man. Go see a movie in the middle of the week. Anyway, for those of you guys who were employees and moved to working for yourself, what kind of hang-ups do you still have? Or is it just me, or do you have these kind of hang-ups too? Anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys again next time.